So you're kind of playing catch up there. So that's,
I've said this before in Aaron Boone's defense. Their calibration got all messed up after the Dodgers series. The ramifications for the Dodgers series are still being felt by this organization. Reverberations of the Dodger loss is being felt a month and a half later. They got their brains so bashed in and their morale hurt so poorly that their bullpen got taxed and that their mental status got taxed. If you notice, the Dodgers series is where this all started going to shit.
That's the tough part of it. But it is part of it. And you got to be able to pick up the slack. And I thought for the most part, guys did a really good job coming in and behind Stroh, who, I thought that's a tough lineup for him to navigate for him.
Props to Marcus Stroman yesterday. That's 2 starts in a row that he has done exactly what the Yankees need. I mean, obviously, in a great world, you would want to see 6 innings from this dude, but if he gives us 5, that is icing on the cake. And I got to give a shout out to Keith McPherson for that one, saying that Stroman was actually going to come through for this organization. And you can check out the show with Keith also here on New York Minute. And don't forget, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and we'll always have the Boone press conference for you and the hottest takes
to get through
on the
5 there,
Yankees.
3 runs, walk out of there with a lead. I thought Hammy did all right.
Josh, Chef Mamba, Erik,
Timmy Hill obviously
Linda,
comes in and does his job,
West
and then
Coast, what's up?
and then the
Colombian,
homer
what's
hurt
up?
us. So it was good to see Efros get in there and do well. So it's just part of it right now. We're kind of going through it, but we have the people to get through it.
Gary,
you know what? I believe that. I'm going to say this right now. Gun to my head, do the Yankees still make the playoffs? Yes. I mean, we got maybe another week to fuck around before we hit the panic button. But let's just say, knock on wood, and I hope it doesn't happen. If there's just a sweep this weekend against the Mets, Boone should lose his job. If these guys lose the series to the Mets after this, look at this guy's face. This guy is out of excuses. He is out of rabbits in his hat, okay? It's do or die time. And especially after the World Series he had, this guy should have been no mistakes this year. And I don't like the vibe going on. I think his voice is lost on the team.
With Luke, you mentioned he's good physically, he's good stuff-wise. Do you notice anything off with him mechanically?
I don't.
What's
That's
going
why
on,
I
Heather?
think it's
Thank
just,
you for joining us.
It's getting those pitches to those right spots where good hitters are hunting them and getting them. Looked like he probably pulled that change up just a little bit down and in, and McNeil put a good swing on it. So just that last bit of execution. But again, it's not like a guy we're talking about like, man, his stuff's down, we got to reinvent this thing. No, we just got to go out and execute. And I feel like that's why I have a lot of confidence that I'll get there.
Brendan,
what did you see on the Dominguez fly ball that went over his head?
Yeah, just misjudge. I mean,
Jason Dominguez, let's touch on him real quick. I think yesterday you saw Juan Soto and Juan Soto 2.0 playing against each other. I mean, Jason Dominguez reminds me of Juan Soto a lot. Both 22 years of age, has a great command of the plate. Jason Dominguez, notice this, guys, when he has his at-bats, he gets down 0 balls, 2 strikes all the time. Then he works the count full. And then once he works the count full, that's when he executes. So not only does he work pitchers, and then when he does work at-bats, where he averages now 8 to 9 pitches per at-bat, which is tops on the team, he executes. It's not like he strikes out or he grounds out. He is the future of this ball club, and that's why I keep saying to nauseum is that Trent Grisham, Cody Bellinger, all those guys should not take precedent over Jason Dominguez playing on this team. We need to develop Jason Dominguez ASAP, and we can't fuck around. This is a prime example this weekend of how good this guy can be. His outfield, his defense will come around. His speed on the base pads is unmatched, and just like I said, shout out to Danny Pepe, also on the Instagram Live. We said it in the postgame wrap-up show yesterday. They need to put Jason Dominguez in the leadoff and put Aaron Judge back at the 2. And what happened? Back-to-back home runs to lead off the game yesterday. And then what happened? The Yankees started being the Yankees, and Juan Soto showed up. Nobody was talking about the revenge of Juan Soto. Everyone was talking about Juan Soto the first time that the Yankees and Mets played in the first Subway Series. And now, since both teams were doing so poorly, that was the storyline. So Juan Soto snuck in through the back door and had a huge day against his ex-squad yesterday. And it was the Juan Soto and the Jason Dominguez show. And that's two guys that look very similar to me, both with great eyes. Obviously, Anthony Volpe needs to go bye-bye. I'm done with him. Austin Wells, I'm done with him. Ben Rice. Now, Paul Goldschmidt is coming back to earth, and he's been deplorable in the last month. I think what you should do is make Ben Rice the first baseman and let Paul Goldschmidt be the second first baseman and play him every third day, because you would save Ben Rice's legs to be DH in first base instead of taxing him at catcher. Get Austin Wells, get Anthony Volpe. We're going to have to see these guys for the rest of the season because we have no choice. We're stuck with Anthony Volpe. We're stuck with Austin Wells, okay? We didn't go and get anybody in the offseason. Gleyber Torres is starting the All-Star team, and I'm going to keep saying that. Been saying it since March that we should have kept Gleyber Torres, and I will continue to say that.
Adam. Yeah.
Misjudging, not a Sun thing, not just
No, not a Sun thing. I think just backspun and, thinking it's going to be a line drive at it. And it's one of those that just kind of every now and then will carry over a player's head. So just didn't read it the best.
West Coast corporate chill has to not be
something you've done
critical,
very often.
Not
What
saying
went into
anything to be
Hey,
upset
guys.
at the staff. Yo,
I
West
just
Coast,
found
you
an
bring up a
amazing-
really good point about that. So you're exactly right. He's a figurehead. He's a talking head. You see the acquisition of Aaron Boone. Joe Girardi left because he was an old school guy who got on Gary Sanchez way too much, and he wanted Gary Sanchez to be working on his defense 5 times a week. And what did they do? They got rid of Joe Girardi, and they kept Gary Sanchez, and now Gary Sanchez is hitting 167 as a catcher for the Baltimore Orioles. So, yeah, they hired Aaron Boone because he was an ESPN guy, and Brian Cashman can run the team through him. I've said this before. Last year during the World Series, if you noticed, during the playoffs, is that Aaron Boone coached the first round, Aaron Boone managed the second round, and then when it came to the third round, Cashman had his fingers all over the World Series. That's why you saw Nestor Cortez pitching to Freeman instead of Tim Hill pitching to him, because that came from Cashman. And you're exactly right, West Coast. Aaron Boone is a puppet of Brian Cashman. So, but then my question to you guys is if you guys want Aaron Boone to be fired so bad, which I'm kind of in that boat because just change for sake's change, but who is going to replace him? And the guy that replaces him, is he just going to be another shill for Brian Cashman? That's all they're going to hire, is a dude who does whatever Brian Cashman says. So I guess it really doesn't matter. I'd be fine with Brad Ausmus being the head coach of this team. Clark Schmidt, Tommy John, you called it. Hold on. Are you telling me Clark Schmidt needs Tommy John right now, Johnny? Let me know in the comments section, guys. Is this breaking news? You said that AR contact, he's going to get injured. Facts. Yes, I did say that Clark Schmidt's going to get injured. Anyway, Boone on multi-year contract. Guys, listen. Everyone that keeps saying about the multi-year contracts, it does not mean anything. Tibbs just signed an extension last year and they fired his ass. It does not matter when. Holy shit. You're telling me. When did we learn that Clark Schmidt needs Tommy John surgery? Fuck. You gotta be shitting me, man. This keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Luis Heel was supposed to be our trade deadline acquisition, and now that Clark Schmidt's hurt, this team is fucked. Okay? You can only play whack-a-mole so much. Garrett Cole, now this, starting rotation's been hurt all over the place. Bullpen's been hurt. It just happened. All right, so breaking news right now. If you guys are just joining us, Clark Schmidt needs Tommy John surgery, and the Yankees' season is in the goddamn dumpster. This isn't good, guys. 10 minutes ago, hey, Cashman, be like, we got Heel and Yarby. All right. This just broke. Thank you for guys for letting me know. Let's get to the Where did you guys see this? Let me know. I can bring it up on the computer, and I can bring it up on. Let me see if it's on X. Oh, God damn it. Oh, this is just breaking. This is the first breaking news on our live broadcast. Live. And remember, if you guys haven't, hit the like button, hit the subscribe on YouTube. Going live here on Instagram, going live here on YouTube. Going to the New York Yankees here on... What are you guys talking about? I don't see anything. Is this fake news? You guys you sandbagging me? MLB on Fox. MLB.com. All right. MLB.com. Who's the UFC fighter that they always screw with? When it's like, oh, you did it to me. You fucked me. You did it to me again. Oh, blah, 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 wow. Here we go. Let's share this, shall we? Oh, boy. Boy. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. If you're just joining us, Clark Schmidt needs Tommy John surgery. Just letting you know. Thank you to my guys in the chat on the live stream right now that broke the news for me because I was too busy doing the live show. Clark Schmidt has likely an UCL tear and is expected to require Tommy John surgery, Aaron Boone said. That was as 2:03, so that was 25 minutes ago. We're done. They're going to have to make a big move. I got to get my phone and post this on you. All right. I just realized I'm rolling live on Instagram, so I can't post on my account. Second Tommy John surgery. We need Sandy Alcantara's not the answer, guys. He's not. He's terrible. Cancel the project. We cooked, boys. Yep. We cooked, guys. This just in. Clark Schmidt needs Tommy John surgery. The news just broke. That's usually what happens. A UCL tear usually means tightness in the forearm because something catches. And, yeah, not good. So Clark Schmidt, add him to the barrel of useless pitchers who get hurt all the time. This is not good, guys. Clark Schmidt, he almost just had. We do not need anyone else from Miami. Thank you, Josh, for reinforcing my statement. We do not need anybody from Miami. Guys, I'm willing to go with the people that we have. Bring up the pitchers from AAA, and we're going to have to roll the dice. This is Brian Cashman's fault that we didn't have a fucking team and we didn't have a bench. It's not his fault that Garrett Cole went down and we've had the injuries that we've had. Luis Heel coming back. So now let's think about it this way. Rotation with Clark Schmidt being out. We got Fried. We got Rodon. We got Heel. We got Warren. We got fucked. Yankee Dad, what's going on? If you're just joining us, Clark Schmidt is going to need Tommy John surgery. And, this isn't good. So, you know what? I'm going to jump back on here, guys. I need to go look at this real quick. And also, I need to post this to YouTube. So, I will be back on after the game for the live broadcast. But if you're just joining us right now, Clark Schmidt will need Tommy John surgery. He has a UCL tear in his arm. He will be shut down for the rest of the year. This is his second Tommy John surgery that Warren has asked. Don't talk about my son Warren like that. Let me just tell you about Johnny. Let me just tell you about Will Warren real quick. Will Warren wasn't supposed to be part of this team this year. Brian Cashman did not adequately acquire a starting pitcher in the offseason. Garrett Cole goes down. Will Warren is a year ahead of schedule. Now you can join Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, and Will Warren, three guys that were pushed ahead of schedule from our AAA because Brian Cashman refuses to get any veteran talent on this fucking team. So Will Warren was pushed ahead of schedule, and guess what? Will Warren leads the major leagues in strikes, had most strikes thrown in Major League Baseball, and also leads all rookie pitchers in strikeouts. Yes, he will lead up. He will give up 9 runs, 8 runs, maybe every month and a half. But that's what happens when you have a young pitcher, okay? Cam Schittler time. This is what we're talking about. Time to Schittler or get off the pot, folks. Schittler or get off the pot time for the Yankees, folks, because you're going to have to start bringing up the arms. The Yankees need to do this. They need a right-handed bat, and they need to go out and get bullpen arms. Bullpen arms, bullpen arms. But the one thing about all of this is that's going to happen is when you add teams to the playoffs in Major League Baseball, everyone still thinks they're in the ball game. They still think that they have a chance at the playoffs, so they're not selling, and they're still buying. Just a real quick shout-out. Just wanted to say what's up to Yankees Dad. Just wanted to say what's up to Niece, Linda, Only X, Toka. If I get your names wrong, I apologize. I'm just going on the fly here. I don't even know how to say that. SS Anema, Ray J, what's going on? Thank you guys very much for joining. And if you're just joining us, Clark Schmidt needs Tommy John surgery, UCL tear. He will be down for the rest of the season. So we got Luke Weaver on the fritz right now. The offense is sputtering. We can't win a series to save our lives. We have Marcus Stroman pitching games for us because he's making $18.8 million a year. The Yankees are fucked. You know, remember when I was just saying gun to my head, I don't know if I think they're making the playoffs? What kind of Luis Heel are you going to get? Also, are we getting the first half of the year All-Star game Luis Heel, or are we getting the second half out of gas Luis Heel? You know what? Brian better be working the phones ASAP, but what are you willing to give up? This is the conundrum. This is what we're going to fall into. Are we going to go for it and waste? Are we going to go for it and not try to waste another year of Aaron Judge? Because the clock is ticking on the best player in baseball. Aaron Judge is 33 right now. He's going to be 34 next year. That's usually what happens after your 33rd birthday. But they're wasting time with these guys, and they got to win now. Paul Skeens ain't going anywhere, guys. That's a pipe dream. You'd have to give up your whole franchise to the Pittsburgh Pirates for Paul Skeens. And in fact, I do not like putting that much capital in starting pitchers. You just saw Clark Schmidt get hurt with a Tommy John surgery. You see all the top guys go down with Tommy John surgery. You're willing to risk your whole franchise for Paul Skeens. He gets hurt, and then he goes down with a Tommy John. Now you don't have him for a year and a half, so now you have no team and Paul Skeens. Stay away from it. Get Mason Miller from the Oakland Athletics. I'd be down with that. Yankees Dad, for me, everyone but Lombard and Jones unless you get blown away. There's non-flashy names that could help. Exactly. Yankee Dad is exactly right. And by the way, if you guys haven't followed Yankees Dad account on Instagram, it's great. Him and his wife are always on there, and I love to give them a follow and give them a like all the time. So what's up, guys? Guys, really informed, diehard Yankee fan. Give him a like, give him a follow. So yeah, so he's exactly right. I listen, man, I want to keep all of our guys. I want to keep Shane Spencer. I want to keep Lombard. I want to reload. I want to get these guys in, and I want to see who's who. We need to see what's up with our farm system. What's up, DJ? Thanks for joining. I want to see what's going on with our farm system. Hey, guys, remember, there's a link in my bio for my YouTube where I have my long format shows. I usually post these right after I do them, the live format, but I also have my Keith McPherson show on there. I also have my Pudgy Boy Sports show on there. Everything long format because I only get to speak into about 15 to 30 seconds on Instagram. I'm usually screaming my fucking head off. So I'm doing a show, and also I want to grow the live show so I can interact with you guys and you can ask questions. I can answer you. We can also have you on the live broadcast here to come on and we can speak. Get rid of Volpe and bring in Lopez. Guys, no, Volpe can't go anywhere. We need him. There's injuries all over the place. Believe it or not, as bad as Volpe is, we need him. That's how bad the situation is. That's how bad our situation is, guys. So, start lighting candles at church this Sunday and say a prayer for the Yankees because they need it. I'll be doing the postgame show later tonight. I'm going to the beach to clear my head on this beautiful July 5th. And don't forget, go into the link in bio, YouTube. That's New York Minute Sports. That's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Also right here on Instagram, New York Minute. That's NEWYRKMIN. Do me a favor, guys. Send this to as many people as you know that don't follow me yet. so we can get some new people in there and get as many eyeballs on here as possible, because we are going gas pedal to the floor for New York Minute. We're building our network out, baby, and this football season is going to be a kick-ass one. We're going to have a bunch of people coming in, so I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining and always liking the post and saying what's up to me. So I'll catch you after the game for the Aaron Boone post conference, and hopefully let's get a Yankees win.
It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports Talk with sports nuts. Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and YouTube.